The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Rob Ullery, my co-host. Rob, it's always great to have you on the show because
it's always great being here.
You love high school sports.
Oh, I love high school sports.
And you're the trainer. Our team of the week is from Bath County. You've been telling me about the Wildcats.
The Wildcats, they're pretty excited in Owensville for these Wildcats. Bath County football is off to a great start.
Yep.
And got nothing but great things ahead of them.
It's been several years since they've been 5-1. Johnny Pointer does a great job. He's a great coach.
He teaches a lot of discipline, but they play hard.
He does, and we're looking forward to talking to them. Our feature is from Angela Rygard, Rob, and she's going to tell us about that. Matter of fact, this volleyball game was played at Tate's Creek.
Played at Tate's Creek, and they do an awesome thing to help support breast cancer awareness.
Yes, it wasn't a pink night, it was a pink dig.
Exactly.
Outstanding, so we're going to hear from them on that. Our scholar athletes, they hail from an outstanding academic institution, Sayre School here in Lexington. Great students, 4.1 and a 3.95. I got to talk to that teacher that actually gave Athena a B.
Yeah. How did that happen?
What's that about?
I have no idea.
We'll have a discussion with her. And one of the coaches, I believe, is going to be in attendance as well. She's been on the show before.
That's exactly.
And when you're on 15 years, you have a lot of that repeat.
Exactly, a lot of repeats.
That's right. And then we got another great Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. We're going to head down 27. That's becoming a staple on the show. You never know who's going to be on that Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Looking forward to that. And Rob, tell us about the great guests we got in the UK Sports.
Katie Jackson is going to make her premiere tonight on the UK Sports Medicine segment. She's going to talk about hydration and how it can be a performance enhancer.
Right.
And making sure these athletes stay hydrated.
I know I played tennis. It's important to hydrate. Get those fluids going.
That's right.
Looking forward to that. And in the wrap, I'm going to have some of my high school kids tell me about what's going on at their high schools this year in high school sports. A lot going on in the shows. We said it's jam-packed, but we got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. We call it Game Time. Brian Mileman does it with Lee K. Howard. Game Time. And these highlights are brought to you by PrepSpin.
We start tonight with a rising program against the staple of success over the last decade plus. Scott County remains unbeaten against in-state competition. Fayette County's newest school, Douglas, they're riding a 5-game win streak headed into tonight. These two meeting for the very first time ever. Scott County wearing the all-black uniforms, trying to clinch the district tonight. Pick it up in the second quarter with the Cards up 28-14. The Broncos' Montavian Bean finds Micah Lowe in the end zone to cut it to 28-21. Really competitive game early on. But then Scott County's Peyton Brown, he's going to get loose. But watch this, the ball is knocked loose. Glenn Covington right there to pick it up, right man in the right place at the right time. He goes the rest of the way, 35-21 Cards. Then Douglas has the ball. Montavian Bean fumbles the handoff, but he has the presence of mind to pick it up. He gets all the way down to the 2-yard line, but guess what?
No.
Oh, he fumbles it again. This time it'd be picked up by Covington, and that would be the backbreaker for Frederick Douglass. Scott County goes on to take it 55-21. They go to 3-0 in the district.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Rob Ullery from UK Sports Medicine, my co-host. And thanks to Bob Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. Roberts Insurance. They insure about 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, Bath County. I told you guys, I've got a very dear aunt that lives over there in Bath County. So a lot of people say, Bath County, where's that at? Mm-hmm. It's not that far from Mount Sterling, is it, Coach?
No, it's about maybe 10 minutes away from Mount Sterling.
Yeah. So. Coach Pointer, your outstanding football team, Bath County. You're 5-1 right now, so congratulations for that great start. You're known as the Cardiac Cats. How did all that come about?
Well, the second game of the year, we were playing a team, and we were down 21-0 about halfway through the second quarter, and ended up fighting our way back and won that game I think it was 32-27 was the final, and then
they didn't score many points after that, did they?
No, they didn't score many after that. We made some adjustments.
Yeah.
And then about 2 weeks later, we're playing another team, and we're down 3 touchdowns with 6 minutes to go in the game, and our starting quarterback gets knocked out, and we managed to come back and win that game 32-30. And then last week we were playing a team, and we had to knock the ball down on the very last play of the game and ended up winning by 2 points. So
that explains that, Rob.
So the fans kind of called us the cardiac cats, but I think they're going to give me cardiac arrest if they keep that up.
Keep that up.
Coach Pointer, tell us who you brought with us tonight.
I brought Cameron Corbin. They're all these guys are seniors. Cameron here beside me, and Alden Oldfield and Gabe Jones. They're all seniors, and they're my captains. And
let's start with Cameron. Coach says that you can squat 500 pounds on a milk crate. Okay, where does this strength come from?
It's come from hard work and dedication, eating right, and it just didn't happen overnight. It's been for the past 3 years.
Well, you and I were talking before the show. You like the weight room, don't you?
Yeah.
Well,
this is a young man that got in the weight room when he was a freshman.
Wow, and
has worked hard ever since.
500 pounds on a milk crate.
He's a strong individual. Alden, you play running back and defensive line, okay? Where did this versatility develop for you?
Well, Coach has always told us about past schools that he's coached at. He's always took, somebody 5'6", little speed, and put them on the line. And their only job is to just shoot a gap. And he put me down there last year, and I just ran with it, and I ended up loving it, actually.
Right, it was just a speed rush.
You just shot the gap, didn't you? You got
sometimes you're going up against somebody that's twice the size of you, and you can just beat them off the ball.
Exactly.
Right. Quickness helps, doesn't it? Let's turn our attention to Gabe. Man, you're quite a story. For one thing, you tore your ACL last season, so you know this guy here very well. You guys are on a personal level here, Mr. Trainer here. What was the toughest thing about coming back from that ACL injury for you?
Well, probably the toughest thing is learning to trust your knee again after such a scary event happening. One of those injuries, it kind of makes you lose, confidence in everything you can do.
So this is a young man that it worked extremely hard to get back. He knew that his senior year was going to be up in front of him, and he worked extremely hard to get ready for that first game of the season.
And I'm going to give credit to you, too, because, you do such a great job helping young men like him, and he knows that, too, and Coach knows that. Come back from those kind of catastrophic injuries.
And it's all on him. I mean, he had the mental attitude to get back and get healthy again.
Coach, you already told us about the cardiac cats. What's up next for Bath County? What are your team goals now from the rest of the season on, with the playoffs looming just a month away?
Yeah, I mean, we've made the playoffs the last couple of years. We finished 4th and had to go to Belfry, and, that's not really a lot of fun. But
he's talking about Belfry, who's won state like every year the last several years.
Four-time defending state champion. And we wanted to try to get a home playoff game.
Right.
That would be something a goal that we're shooting for. And, like we said earlier, Bath has been, I think, 2009, 2010 since they had a winning season. So, if we win next week, we guarantee ourselves a winning season. And the community's all excited about these guys. And, it was really nice last week whenever we came into film, and all these guys are happy. And, so.
Well, we're happy about you too, Coach. You've done a great job. Thank you for coming in, young men. Keep up the great work there at Bath County, and appreciate you coming on the show, Coach.
Thank you guys for having us.
That's Coach Pointer and the Bath County football team, one of the top teams in the area at 5-1. Now we're going to this feature as Angela Rygard tells us about a great story that happened with Henry Clay Volleyball. They actually played it at Tates Creek High School. Angela?
It was a sea of pink Tuesday at the Tates Creek Henry Clay varsity volleyball game. They called it Dig Pink Night, selling raffle tickets and baked goods in order to raise money for Coleman, Kentucky.
Henry Clay versus Tates Creek is a big rivalry in the city, and so we thought there's no better time but tonight to try to raise as much money as we could.
In the stands, people stood, showing just how many people cancer has affected. On the court, a coach whose life was forever changed.
A year ago, I wasn't at this match because that was when stuff started taking a bad turn, so this night's pretty special.
Henry Clay's coach Dale Groupie lost his wife Kathy to breast cancer last year. It was a long, hard-fought battle. Kathy was assistant coach of the team.
Great mom, awesome person, was a great paraeducator in the school system. And then for volleyball, we've been doing volleyball together since 1994.
Dale and Kathy are considered staples in the volleyball community. So on Tuesday night, with the gym covered in pink, the teams put their rivalry aside. Tate's Creek presenting Groupie with balloons and flowers in honor of the beloved Coach Kathy.
Just a way to say we miss Kathy, you know, and we're always thinking of your family. And we are a volleyball community, regardless if we're rivals or not.
In Lexington.
Again, the volleyball family, as we call it, gets together and supports each other.
Angela Reigard, WKYT.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. One of our favorite, features of the show is bringing in scholar athletes in all the sports around the state. Also, Waveney Brooks, good to have you back. You've been busy doing papers and homework and stuff, and she's our intern from Tates Creek High School. Thank you all for coming in. We really appreciate your time tonight and joining us on the show. Can we start with you, Athena, since you have the best name that we have out?
Sure
Athena.
Thing, yeah.
You're a junior. You have a 3.95 GPA. What are you most proud of with all your accomplishments in the high GPA? What are you most proud of?
I think I've really developed my time management pretty well throughout high school, and I'm at a point where I'm really happy with that. It's all the small things that fit together that kind of accomplish the larger goal of the GPA that I want, and the good grades and the tests and everything.
Right. It seems like you've got it all prioritized in good fashion.
I feel like I do.
Yeah.
So Ben, you have a 4.15 GPA, you're in a lot of clubs, and you play piano. Where do you find time for other activities outside of school?
Oh, well, there's 24 hours in a day, so if you use every 24 of those, you got a lot of time to get things done. But the really important part of it is just being focused on everything that you're doing and being impeccable with your work. I also have a flip phone. Now, I'm not recommending parents to go out there and buy their children flip phones, but it certainly hasn't hurt me. So
absolutely. So it's the flip phone. That's the key.
I think that's the key.
It works for you, so it works for a lot of people. I still know a guy that's got a flip phone. He's pretty accomplished
as well. That's a great idea.
Well, Coach Eason, you're back. Congratulations.
Yes,
you were on, what, 6-7 years ago on the show as a scholar athlete? You know the rigors of school and cross country, how they intermingle and all that. How do Athena and Ben achieve so much in just a 24-hour day?
I think they both summarized it really well. They both have had to get really good at managing their time and knowing what they need to do, what they need to get done, whether it's school, practice, running on their own, all of their clubs and everything they want to do. They know what they need to do and they know how they need to do it. And they're hard workers.
They get it done.
They get it done.
Yeah.
Athena, I know you don't know where you want to go to college, but what do you hope to reach in college and beyond?
I'd love to continue running in college. I'm looking around at all sorts of schools right now. Senior year is the time to apply for that,
Right.
but so I've got a little time. I'm thinking about nursing right now as a career choice, but that could definitely change. Just continue running and working hard. I have a running streak of over 450 days right now, so I'd love to keep that going through college and beyond. Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Ben, well, I know in 5 to 10 years you'll have a flip phone, right? But where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years and why?
Well, I'm a sophomore in high school right now, so 5 years, obviously, I'll be at college somewhere.
Right.
10 years, I'll probably still be in school with how long things take to get now. I'm definitely interested in the sciences. I took a course over the summer in field ecology, and in doing that opened up to me a whole new kind of world of research that really interested me, so I would definitely be interested. That's something I really like doing and would definitely want to go into in college.
Outstanding. Yep.
So Coach Easton, what do you see for these two in the future?
I think whatever they set their minds to and whatever they want to do, they will accomplish. They're both extremely hardworking. They're very goal-driven. They have big goals for themselves, and they do what they need to do to reach those goals.
What you dream, you can achieve.
Exactly.
Right? So good to have you back, by the way.
Thank you.
And you both will, if you'll pass that down, Athena, you both will receive a beautiful plaque from Crown Trophy. Take that over to Ryan Tyson, the owner. They'll personalize that, put your name and school in there for free. But I'm just so impressed with the young student athletes. And Coach, you've done great things too.
I'm impressed with them too.
Yeah, very impressed. Thank you all for coming on the show. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you back sometime. You're both underclassmen.
Thank you.
Those are our scholar athletes from Sayre High School doing great things in the classroom there for the Spartans. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down Nicholasville to Sutherland Chevrolet.
Let's take a look at the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Douglas at Scott County. The Cardinals are driving. Peyton Brown is loose, then loses the ball. Glenn Covington picks it up and runs the next 39 yards for a touchdown. Take a look at it again. Peyton Brown takes off for 21 yards, gets hit, the ball comes loose. Glenn Covington is there for the scoop and the score. That is the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into our title sponsor, UK Sports Medicine. Of course, Rob Ullery co-hosting with me. And Josie Thacker, great to have you back. You've been shooting a lot of threes over there, Franklin County, for your dad.
Yeah.
Been knocking them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard your team's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Preseason top 10, I heard. Out top 20.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, you are. By the way, welcome to the show, Katie. Great to have you in here. We're going to talk about a subject that's very important. What are some ways to judge if you're properly hydrated?
Well, there's several different ways that you can do that, but some of the easiest ways are like to check urine color, frequency, and volume. And you can also monitor like your body weight changes, given that you're not trying to gain or lose weight.
Right.
How much water should be taken in to maintain proper hydration?
Well,
yeah, we hear all the time about the 8 glasses of water a day. Is that right? 8 glasses, I think it is.
Well, it really depends on your weight. So ideally, you would take in 2/3 of your body weight a day. So however much
that's
you
more
weigh.
than 8 glasses.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, that's
for most people.
That's a gallon of water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is water the only factor that contributes to hydration, or are there other factors that play into it?
Well, ideally, you need to be drinking plenty of water to keep hydrated, but you also need to be taking in carbs, which replenish like your glycogen stores, what you use for energy, and also your electrolytes is what you're sweating out, and it helps speed up the rehydration process.
And you can get that from Gatorade, stuff like drinks, drinks like that, right? And you should drink quite a bit before you play too, right? You like an hour or so before you play?
Yeah, usually 2 to 3 hours you should be drinking 17 to 20 ounces.
Right.
And then actually like 10 to 20 minutes you should drink 7 to 10 more ounces.
Right.
And then continue drinking throughout the exercising activities.
Great information. See, you were thank you. That was great. Great job.
Thank you.
That was our first time on the show, so great job, Katie. Thank you too. Those were good questions,
no problem,
Josie. And now we're going to these final highlights. These highlights of Game Time, brought to you by Prep Spin. Check out the Friday night Prep Spin Game of the Week on PrepSpin.com each Friday night.
Back here in Lexington, Clark County looking for its first win over Lafayette since 2009 with the Generals. They won 7 in a row in this series. Let's go over to the Reed Lane, late first half. Cardinals down 17-0, but they pound it in from the 1. 17-7 Generals. Lafayette, when they get their hands on the ball late second quarter, give it to Cameron Morgan. He gets through the line, and then he's going to get through for a lot more. Down to the 10. Dequan Edwards, quarterback, looking for the end zone. Matthew Guilfoyle never drops anything, and when he does, John Combs is there to pick him up. That's a touchdown. 24-7. Lafayette comes out on top, 38-14.
Danville outlast Somerset 37-26. Warriors running all over South Laurel tonight, 64-23.
Back here to wrap it up with our great high school interns, Josie Thacker from Franklin County, Waveney Brook, and Rob Ullery. Of course, he's not an intern; he's co-host. But I got to ask you, Tate's Creek football, man, they're doing great things this year.
Yeah, we've been doing really well. We beat Henry Clay, Station, and Dunbar, and we almost beat Danville, I think, last week. And we're excited to take on Central tomorrow. I think we're going to get another win there. Yeah, that game was on Prep Spin. It was a Thursday night special, that game, because of fall break. So
that's right.
And how about Franklin County? Anything to report on there for the Flyers or Lady Flyers? Or
not really. Lady Flyers are getting ready for the season.
That's right. When's your season start?
Our first game is The second week in November.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to say officially start practice next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Basketball.
Roll the balls out and ready to roll.
Right around the corner, isn't it?
Yep.
But as always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and brought to you by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Panel Swim Shop, PRAS, PrepSpin.com, Raising Cane's, Rafferty's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.